written and rewritten, scrubbed out and started again. The world is full of such ruins. Sometimes it seems as if there are more of them than anything else. From Rome's Colosseum to the rusting factories of northern England and the crumbling suburbs of Detroit. From the pyramids of Giza to the ghost villages wiped off the map in the devastation of the First and Second World Wars. From the vine-wreathed temples of the Maya to the cracked star forts of European colonizers. From the emptied shop fronts of our high streets to the shell-pocked buildings of Bakhmut, Mosul, Aleppo, and Gaza. Each of these ruins means something different, but they have one thing in common. These are all places where one day the future was cancelled. As countless people have found throughout history, many of them included in these pages, a ruin is a place where the mind can't stay quiet. As we walk among the fallen walls and crumbling stones of an ancient temple, a palace or fortress, we can't help but imagine the world as it once was, and as it might have continued to be. Our minds fill in the gaps in the stones to make them whole. We sketch in the upper floors of towers and keeps that have long since rotted or burned away, and we hear the thud of footsteps across those vanished floorboards. We picture the lives that passed through the corridors and halls and left the stone steps worn in the middle like used bars of soap. Human lives as a geological force, flowing like water through the broken cloisters. A ruin is a paradox. Each one shows us the fearsome power of time, while simultaneously standing in defiance of it. Being such powerful imaginary spaces, ruins have always spurred human creativity. From the dawn of history, people have written about the poignant and difficult feelings they provoke. That peculiar mix of awe and melancholy. One Babylonian world map from the 6th century BCE, inscribed on a clay tablet, shows how ancient people conceived of the earth. Divided into 4 quadrants, it includes lands of serpents, dragons, and scorpion men, the far northern regions where the sun is never seen, and a great body of water they called the Bitter River. The map also describes ruined cities, watched over by the ruined gods. These ruins were thought to be places of magic, the haunts of ghosts and evil spirits. Ruins haunt us still. This haunting finds a new expression in countless video games, books, films, and television series that depict post-apocalyptic wastelands, where the familiar modern world around us is turned into a bleak and hostile place, and the comforts of modern society are stripped away. The ruins of the past and countless imagined futures remind us that history is not a linear progression from worse to better, from ignorance to knowledge, from war to peace. It has always been characterized by periods of flourishing, periods of fallowness, and periods of wanton destruction. When I first began telling these stories in the form of an audio podcast at the start of 2019, I expected to reach an audience of perhaps a few thousand like-minded listeners. But at the time of writing, as the series enters its 4th year, it has been listened to more than 100 million times by listeners all around the world. This book is in part dedicated to all the people who have supported the project through the years and buoyed it up with their kindness, their knowledge, and their passion. For those who have been following the series since the start, I hope that when they hold this book in their hands, they will know the part they had in making it. Our word dilapidated comes from the Latin for stone, lapis. Dilapidare means to scatter stones about, and as Ecclesiastes tells us, there is a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together.